I'm Goji Moth, and welcome. Today I will be presenting my addition to the Great Water Hybrid War. Mortemsuchus Imperioris. So powerful that not even the apex predator of the oceans right now will be able to defeat it. That's right, Goji guy. This is Vex's deadly competitor yet, and one that I think will be able to end her quite short reign. This is very powerful, but what makes it so powerful, I hear you ask? Well, let's break down its genome. The first species to be added to our hybrid and its base is Purosaurus. Purosaurus was a massive crocodile that lived about 8 million years ago. This massive caiman has a secret, and that secret is the reason why I am picking it over something like Dinosuchus or Sarcosuchus. This caiman has the highest recorded bite force of almost any animal. As to prevent our hybrid from getting hanked, the jaw structure will stay the same, as well as the neck and body. That we will be changing, however, is the tail will receive the most significant modifications. The next animal we'll add to our hybrid is the Gila monster. Desert-dwelling lizard will add a crucial feature, that being its upwards-facing teeth and venom glands. Gila monster's venom, while not the most lethal, will allow our hybrid the ability to paralyze Vex once it has got into the flesh. This will be crucial to our strategy, as if Vex manages to survive the first bite and get away and continue chipping away at our tank, then eventually our hybrid will fall. We will add a defensive tank, literally clad in iron armor, the volcano snail. Gastropod has a shell and scales made of literal iron. This will be helpful, however, we will not cover our entire scutes with iron. Instead, we will only tip them, as otherwise it might add way too much weight on to an already heavy creature. This is a flaw that I could not solve, so instead I decided to lean into more tankiness, which is why the next genome is what it is. The Arapaima. If you have seen Goji Center's Indoraptor 2.0 video of the toughness of these scales, Arapaima's scales are very dense and very good for our defense. However, I will not put them on most of the body as the scutes cover those parts. Instead, our weak underbelly will now be covered in these indestructible scales. I will also add a tiny fin at the end of our tail. I will make this a bright color so to confuse Vex and put her in the exact position we need to get one bite off. One thing I will be not adding from the Arapaima is gills, as I see gills as too much of a weak point, even if our creature does have lungs as well. As Goji Guy said in his own video about Vex, oxygen in the air is a lot more potent than the oxygen in the water. But this also leaves a problem. Our crocodile will have to go up to take breaths ever so once in a while, and if the battle drags on too long, we could accidentally drown ourselves. Well, I have a fix for that, and that fix is adding a tiny bit of sperm whale to our hybrid. I will be able to give our hybrid the ability to hold its breath for up to 90 minutes, thanks to our blood being extremely energized and full of oxygen now. Now on to a creature that gives our hybrid the ability to go into salt water. As matching Vex's genome, we have the saltwater crocodile. Taking the saltwater crocodile's salt glands and giving our hybrid the ability to traverse in salt water too. However, unlike Vex, we will not be able to traverse in cold water. Luckily, since this video hopefully will come out by the time the Congo River live stream comes out, Vex will be facing our hybrid in a condition where it is not so cold. Vex will be facing our hybrid in a condition where
I present to you
it is not so cold.
Imperioris!
That is Mortemsuchus Imperioris. It is very cool, but you might have noticed something. The neck, it's weird. That's because there's actually one more genome, the southern elephant seal. This one was a last-minute addition, and I think it heavily increases our armor even more, because I am not going to take most of the features. Instead, I am just going to take that thick, blubbery neck. The blubber will now seal our neck, while being also protected by the scutes from above and the arapaima scales from below. Now those very vital muscles in our neck are now protected from even the worst of bites. Vex is a very intelligent animal, so it knows to go for the neck, which is what it'll do. But it won't expect that the neck is heavily protected, leaving it slightly in a bad position where it can be whipped with the tail, disorienting it for enough time for our crocodile to turn around and clamp its jaws shut on Vex. Yeah, that's the video. Before I leave, I just want to have a few more words, basically. First, the drawings I showed you earlier, my art style is heavily over-exaggerated. Oh, it's like, it's not full features. Other than that, as well, I am a little bit lazy, so some details that appear on some other sketches weren't on some other ones. I will post some concept art for the many iterations of Mortemsuchus. I really hope, Goji Guy, you're watching this. If you are, hi. Other than that, yeah, bye. Subscribe so I can get a better microphone.